No, it's fine. You can record anything you want. I don't mind. I usually have fun in these shows. But yes, any animal that comes by, gives this guy a lick or a physical bite, all the poison will come out, go into their mouth, and it can kill about 30 minutes to an hour. No, it's some really extreme poison. For example, I almost lost my dog years ago to this toad alone. And my dog went outside, do her business as usual. She came back, her mouth was swelling up like rabies. That's how you know it was a bufo choke, because it looks like actual rabies. Hi guys, welcome in. Might want to park the scooters on the side of the wall, though. I don't think they'll allow inside rides. I know the Olympics have indoor track, but unfortunately this is not the Olympics. We do not have that budget here.
How old's the frog?
This toad guy's about a couple years old. They can live till they're 5, 10 years old, or more or less. Depends on the species. They can live quite long. There she goes.
He's a big boy.
So, and also, if I let him go, they don't really run fast. So, for example, if I just let him go, go, be free.
I know, no, please.
They're not fast, as you can tell. See, gotcha, right there. But you guys are not fast. They're very easy to catch by other animals. But for now, we're all gonna say goodbye, Elvis.
Bye, Elvis.
He's a male.
If it was a female, I could see what she turns up.
Well, you might get a contractor for kissing. Let's be honest. No place for the princesses here. But now we want something a little more bigger. This is my friend Larry, and he comes from the Sunshine State of Florida.
Scorpion.
Who here has been to Florida? Raise your hands.
Ya presentaron la
Guys, we're actually here. You forget what flight you got on? Last time we checked. This is my friend Larry. You might see him hanging around canals, sunbathing, showing off
that's
those
big.
Whoa, that's a geek.
Everyone say hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
And look, he says hi back. What a polite little gentleman. And my friend is Larry. He's a baby American alligator. Hi, how are you? Got your own personal seat. How about that? So this guy is a baby American alligator. Does anyone know the difference between alligator and a crocodile? Unfortunately, there's no petting in the show.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the difference between alligator and crocodile?
The jaw?
Yeah, if you look really closely at his face right here, that's how you know it's an alligator. Nice and round snout, it is a gator. Long pointy snout, it is a crocodile. Welcome in, guys. Hi. Okay, what's your question?
Crocodile, el cocodrilo tiene la boca
Due to
cuadrada.
hotel policy, I cannot let you pet him. I would love to. I would even let you cuddle him just like I do here on stage. But unfortunately, due to hotel policy, I cannot let you hold the alligator under any circumstances. Yeah, I'm really sorry. No, actually, funny enough, their nails are naturally dull. They have never been scratched. They've never been hurt from him in my life. They've never been cut either. These nails are meant for digging in the mud when they lay their eggs, so they don't have to worry about. Hey guys, welcome in. The show's starting. Have fun. Come on. Don't worry, I'm more likely to bite you than them. So come, take a seat. We're gonna have some fun. Also, another indicator of the alligator is the teeth. When it's only the top row teeth showing, it's a gator. When it's the bottom and top toe teeth showing, Chief? I've been up way too long. That's what happened. I had sweet tea. Too much sugar for me, apparently. But yes, the top and bottom row teeth showing, it is a crocodile. Also, an alligator will not let me do
One
this.
is a crocodile.
Yeah, it's skinny side. It kind of looks like a tube of toothpaste. That's the best way to describe it. It looks like a tube of toothpaste. But also, alligators in the wild are naturally this docile.
What
Yes,
is the
they can
difference
be.
in size between the alligator and the crocodile?
Not really. It's really the physical features and plus in their environment. So alligators live in fresh water. Crocodiles live in salt water. In Florida, we have brackish water, which is a mix of both. So in Florida, we actually have crocodiles and alligators living in harmony.
No
You
boy.
wax his skin?
Huh?
You put wax on his skin?
No, this is all natural oil right here. It's all natural. You guys are
natural.
naturally soft. Yes, what's your question?
My biology project was basically about like comparing two different animals, and it was basically about territorial. And so I did like the saltwater crocodile, and then I think I did bees, and I had to like compare like how different they could be and
Bees.
stuff like that, because they're territorial, both of them.
That is very true. Being a territorial, but funny enough, if you're calm with bees, they will just crawl over you. As long as you don't show them any anger, bees don't really care what you do, unless you actually go and physically attack their hive. That's the good thing about bees. As long as you don't attack the hive, you're fine. So a lot of people see a bee, they freak out. Reality, just let them crawl on you. They'll taste your sweat, take a little bit of that, and take it back to the hive and let them know what's going on. So a cool thing about bugs, they're hive mind. Same thing with ants. They'll communicate with each other with pheromones.
How heavy is this?
He's about 15 pounds. He's like a nice person. Please don't tell him that. He's a very easily offended animal.
15?
15 to 20 pounds. And as you can tell, these guys love him.
You're a big baby.
Unfortunately, even though this guy is sweet, that doesn't mean alligators in the wild are. When you go pet an alligator in the wild, there's two outcomes. Either one, he'll leave you alone, or two, he's actually going to bite you. Because alligators rather not mess with you if he doesn't know what you are, if you can attack him. Other than that, you will become a nice meal for this little guy. But unfortunately, we must all say, see you later, alligator.
See you later, alligator.
How old is this?
He's about 1.5 years right now.
So when do they start attacking people?
So
When
what
the-
happens is, when
Immediately.
this guy's hand raised, so he has no care for attacking humans. So when he gets bigger, he's going to go back to the alligator farm he's up from in Florida. He goes up north in Florida because that's where he's from originally, and then we swap him out with another gator. But before I put him away, let me show you this. Fun fact about alligators, they don't have any bone in the bottom of their mouth. So I can do this. Open,
Oh, man.
open, and there we go. That's a soft tongue right there. And you can't even see the opening of his throat because when they open their mouth, that tongue closes up, kind of like a drop, kind of like a medieval door. So when he closes his mouth and catches anything in there, he can easily swallow it through. But for now, we'll say see you later, alligator.
See you later.
You want to put the rubber band again?
No, he's animals of the show. One of my favorites. This is my friend Barry, appropriately named Noodle. So he'll come out and say hi.
Oh.
Everyone say hi, Noodle.
Hi, Noodle.
Noodle here is a baby Burmese python. This is a baby. Do you know how big he's supposed to get?
No.
Anyone take a guess? He's going to get, starting full size, is 20 feet long and be between 200 and 400 pounds.
Wow.
That's a big snake.
It's a big snake, and that's only number 3 on the world's largest snake scale. Do you know who takes the spot? Number 1? Number 1 largest snake.
Anaconda?
Yeah, the anaconda. Yeah, you are right. The one that came out about. So what happened here? This guy is pretty cool. He is not poisonous. He is not venomous. Do you know what he is instead? There's 3 types.
A constrictor?
Yeah, you're right. He's part of the constrictor family. So he bites you, squeezes you to death, swallows you whole. So no poison. You're fine. You're welcome. Also, he will not go for small children. They are way too big for him at the moment. And plus, he's full of sugar and red 40. No one wants that in their diet anyways, right? Right. No, unfortunately, due to the hotel policy, I can't let you do petting. I would wrap him all around and take some funny photos, but due to hotel policy, I cannot let you pet him. I know you could play to hotel. Before COVID, we did hands-on.
Wrap all
Back when
around
we keep
him
them.
and squeeze him.
No, he's fine. No, he's not. He's good. You're fine. So what happens here is you see him sticking his tongue in and out. He's actually smelling the air. Snakes are weird. They smell with their tongues, not with their noses. Their noses are only for oxygen. If you don't know, these guys are phenomenal at swimming. So when they go in the water, they actually let go of all the air in their lungs, and they kind of slowly sink down to swim
Do
up
they
in
eat
the
little
water.
kids for breakfast?
Only if they misbehave. So what happens here is they only go for things as big as their stomach right now. Right now, his stomach is about yay big. So what do you think you can fit in his stomach that's way big?
Big mouse.
Tiny mice and rats. So that's what he goes for right now. When he gets bigger, he'll go to large rats and into things like rabbits, still staying in the rodent family because we are keeping him
How
too.
thick do they become when they're big?
Well, 200 and 400 pounds. The thickness could start at the width of that cart. The biggest alligator swallowed by a python here in Florida, I believe was a 12 or a 14 footer. So if you imagine a 12, 14 foot snake gator, which is about maybe the length of all my kennels combined, like this,
And the width?
that's a big.
And the width?
The width? Let's just say 2 children. 2 kids. 2 good 8-year-olds. And that's usually when it comes to these guys. Unfortunately, they are an invasive species. Hi! Bye! Okay. They didn't want to see my show! No one loves me!
They saw the snake and said, "We're out of here."
Come back! We still have the show going on! You sure?
Yeah, that's hard.
He wasn't gonna eat the kid, I promise. So what happens here is these guys only eat once a week, once a month, or in dire situations once a year. There's so many stories of people losing their pet snakes in their house, and at 6 months later, it comes back just a little more skinnier. It happens a lot more than you think. But unfortunately, in Florida, we cannot keep this guy. Do you know why we can't keep this guy here in Florida?
Because he might kill you.
Nothing gets killed. What happens is, a long time ago, people were very irresponsible. So what happened was people would buy these pet snakes as babies, and they're cheap as babies, and as they're babies, they're tiny. When they're babies, they're about yay big. They're about less than a foot. And imagine, he's over a year old, and he's already 6 feet long. Look at that. I'm barely 5'2" for reference. So imagine, in 2 years, you get an 8-foot snake. Does anyone want to keep an 8-foot snake in their house?
No.
I'm good.
Exactly. And not most people. So what happens here is most people, instead of finding a proper home, go through.
I'm so sorry, guys, to interrupt.
That's
I
okay.
gotta
No
go fix
worries.
something.
First it was a baby,
And I'm
now
scared of
it's
snakes.
this.
I can't look at it.
There's one right behind you.
The thing is, this is a snake on a plate.
And
So,
aren't you keeping the rest of them outside that door? Oh.
I love messing with the folks. If there's a chance I can mess with someone, I'm going to mess with them just for fun, because that's what we're here for. But yes, unfortunately, people get these guys as pets and then release them into the wild after they get big enough. For example, people throw them out in the Everglades. They think these snakes will get eaten by something, but unfortunately, these guys eat everything in our ecosystem. At full size, like I said earlier, they eat alligator. And here in Florida, they actually eat the key deer. Do you know what a key deer is? Well, they're almost extinct. They're very heavily endangered. They're actually a mini species of deer. They're about yay big, and these guys, it's like candy to these guys right now. What's your question, young man?
Do crocodiles eat fish?
Yes. Yes, they can. But for now, we're all going to say goodbye, Noodle.
Bye, Noodle.
And let them go back up. That's it. That is a good question. At least it's not does this animal eat my children? And I say maybe.
So is that the only color they come in?
So what happens is this is actually an albino. In this Burmese pythons, albinoism is actually turned into this yellow instead of the white we all typically think of. In reality, they're black, brown, and green. But now we're going to take a break from the scales and move on to a beautiful animal covered in feathers. Here I have is my friend Nikita. And Nikita here is a bird of prey.
Eagle.
In the animal world, there are 5 common types. There is the eagle, the falcon, the hawk, the vulture, and the owl!
Whoa! Holy moly.
Everyone say hi, Nikita!
Hi, Nikita.
This here is a barn owl. She's the most common owl in the world. Unfortunately, she cannot be pet. She is a bird of prey, not a bird of love. But if you want to touch an owl, I have something really cool for you guys. I
By any
right back
chance,
for this
the last name is Khrushchev?
What's your last name? No, it's a no. So what happens here is I do have an owl feather. If you guys want to pass it around, feel how soft it is. It's really cool.
Hello, Gloria.
Hi, Gloria. So you guys can pass it around and feel how soft it is. I'll get to that in just a second. And like any bird of prey, she has those big nails called talons. If I wasn't wearing this glove, she can clearly pierce through me like a hot knife through butter. Would that be fun?
No, not really.
If I wanted an effective piercing, I would have just gone to Claire's. 2, like any bird, what does she have? Wings. And what do wings let her do?
Fly.
Yeah, they let her fly. Of course, I can just let her go and she'll go. But listen to this. When she flaps her wings, does she make a sound?
Nope.
I didn't even do it yet. Relax. Patient. I know we got 45 minutes to an hour, but come on.
Yes. Oh, wow.
You hear that?
Nope.
Listen closer. This is what we call the sound
I hear it.
of silence. Enjoy it while it lasts, while your kids are watching.
I hear it.
So she has down feathers in her wings. There's also a silent flyer. So when you pass around that feather, that's a down feather. So when you drop it, it doesn't make a sound at all, and it's very soft and fluffy. She says she's called a barn owl. Where do you find a barn owl?
Barns.
Wow, how did you guys know that? So smart. You've been doing your research. I really appreciate it. See, you gotta keep on studying, even out of school. So, with the barn owl, she's called the barn owl. There's 2 reasons why she's called the barn owl. She likes 2 things from that place. Do you know what it is? Free food. But what else?
Shelter.
Free shelter. Who here likes free food and free shelter? In this economy, I'll take anything. But yes, free food and free shelter is the name of the dame. She has that beautiful brown in her back. She can blend into the trees. And if she needs to fly through the day, she has the white under her belly and her wings to help her blend into the snow and the sky. So she's a female, and we realize with the female barn owls, their chests still stay a nice caramel, but the boys turn completely white with the black speckling. Talking about that black speckling, you might recognize this owl. You might recognize her from a very famous movie franchise.
Harry Potter.
Exactly, Harry Potter. So what happens, he looks kind of like Hedwig. We have 2 kind of like traits. So 1, Hedwig has a heart-shaped face, and 2, Hedwig has the white with the black speckles. Problem is, Hedwig is bigger, he's all white, plus he lives in the north of the US and in Europe. Where are we right now? We're in Florida, so snow owls do not exist here, but the barn owl doesn't live anywhere besides Antarctica. So pretty. I know, he's very, very pretty, and she's very active looking around at this going on. And plus, she's looking at the mirror right now. She's like, what is that other bird doing in my space? What's funny about this guy is she doesn't make the typical owl sound. She doesn't hoot. You know what sound she makes instead? She sounds exactly like her food. Which are...
Squeaks.
Yes, squeaks and screeches, and even hisses like a cafecero. She makes all these little sounds, so when she's talking to her owl friends, the mice can say to come down. She'll fly down from the rafters, grab her food, and fly away just like that. I'm doing this because it's free AC for me. So, she eats about 3 to 4 bites a day. Larger owls eat 4 to 6, and in some cases, larger owls will actually hunt down the smaller owls to make sure there's enough food at the end of the day. Yes?
Can her neck turn all the way around?
Good question. Do you want to find out now? Yeah, absolutely. So if I just do this.
You're dead.
So what happens is I'm able to do that because she has 14 neck bones. You, tiny child, only have 7. You can only turn your head only to your shoulder. Just like that. She could turn her head 250 all the way around, just like that. If she wanted to, she could turn her head upside down. Yes, you're such a very good girl. You let me do whatever I want with her. This took me about a year of a relationship to be able to grab her like that. Really, most people, when they grab your neck, it's usually not a good idea, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, but she's able to turn her head due to those 14 neck bones. In the animal world, most animals are able to move their eyes from left to right. Can you move your eyes to left and right and roll your eyes at your mom because she said no? He can't do that. So what happens, her eyes are fixated in one spot. So we call that compensation in the animal world to look around. She is really desperate right now. So I heard you talking about me. Say it louder. No, she's always on the lookout. But unfortunately, guys, what time is it?
Night, night.
It's daytime. What does she do during the daytime?
Sleep.
But if I do that, it's called being lazy. So now we're all going to say goodnight, Nikita.
Good night.
And she's going to go back home. Trust me, she knows her kennel.
Pretty bird.
Make sure that is closed. But now we'll move on to probably the cutest animal of my show. Who here likes dogs? Raise your hand.
Yes.
If you don't like dogs, I don't trust you. Just saying. This is my friend Shaggy.
Shaggy?
He's very cute, yes. And because this year is a very special year, I have to make this bad joke till the end of time. It's the circle of life. It's the 30-year anniversary of this movie. Everyone say hi, Shaggy!
Hi, Shaggy.
Yes, what's the question?
Why does he kind of look like a fennec fox?
Because he is a fennec fox. He's known as a fennec fox, a desert fox, or an Egyptian fox. His name's the desert of Egypt, which is located in Egypt. Yes.
Are they related to Chihuahua?
They are members of the dog family, but please do not call him a Chihuahua. He gets very easily offended. So, what happens here is, just like the Chihuahua, he has those big ears. They help him hear. You can actually hear bugs running under the sand. But most importantly, these ears are what we like to call ear conditioners. Yes. He'll use these big ears to help cool down his entire body. He'll pump all the hot blood to his ear tip, stick his head out the foxhole, let the blood cool down, let it circulate through his body. He'll be nice and cool. Hi, what's up? And you may be wondering, is he a baby? Is he a baby?
No.
No, he's not a baby. He's actually full grown. He's as big as he's ever going to get. Less than 7 pounds. It's the smallest fox in the world.
How old is he? I think I got a photo with that guy.
Why does it look like
We're watching you.
alien?
Larry, get him!
Looks like one of those alien creatures.
Yeah, he kind of looks kind of funny. Oh, hi, welcome. You did come back. Oh, no, it's the other person. Okay, there's another person with a baby earlier. So what happens here is these guys are very cute. Oh, no, you cannot have the child. Do not look at him like that. He's like, ooh, I need some new wheels. But what happens here is this guy is very cute, but I wouldn't trust him if I were you. Even though he looks like a dog, he might be cuddly as one. He does not smell like one. And plus, if I let him go, he can run 40 miles an hour. Wow. Who here can run 40 miles an hour?
In my Buick.
I like your dreams and aspirations, but I gotta break it to you, buddy. Unfortunately, you do not run 40 miles an hour. You can try, but you can't. This guy can run from like, ooh, fry. Please do not be the animal trainer, okay? I will make steal fry from you later. I did go to Cane's. So what happens here is this guy is very cute. He is mischievous like any other small fox in the world. During the day, they are nocturnal. They spend their day sleeping in the foxholes. They can dig their holes between 4 to 6 feet deep. I know because I fell through a couple already in my lifetime. Plus, those little paws are protected by all that fluff. You see all that fluff? It's like having a built-in shoe because what happens when you walk on hot sand barefoot? Burn. You burn, baby. Burn. Exactly. You burn your feet. He doesn't worry about that at all. And plus, those little nails are meant for shredding through the sand. This is the part where I usually ask someone to help me, but unfortunately, I can't. So I gotta do this by myself.
He burns his...
He doesn't have to burn his feet. See, his feet are protected from the fur. So it's like having a built-in shoe over his paw pads. You can't really see them right now, but has all the hair is built between. But even though he is cute and he looks like a dog, is it a good idea to have a fox as a pet?
Yes. Oh, no.
Wow, you're
Okay,
such a North
sorry.
Floridian. Wow, what's that? So what happens is, unfortunately, in Florida, he sleeps in the ground during the day, and at night he's running around looking for food. These guys eat scorpions, roaches, spiders, locusts, anything that's a source of protein. He'll even eat cactus for water. And unfortunately, in Florida, it's easy. What I like to get, it's called an exotic animal license, and it means you can have a lot of these animals as pets. So this guy, he's cute. He looks like a dog. Don't get him as a pet. 1, who here can safely walk their dog at 40 miles an hour?
No.
I like your enthusiasm, but no. 2, who here wants to hear screaming and crying all day and all night long? No, we already have kids. It's already too much time. 3, These guys do their business wherever they please, so who's going to be on cleanup duty 24/7? No.
Nobody.
Last but not least, who wants to replace their furniture once a month? Not in this economy, no. These guys are the masters of destruction. His dad, Scooby, is the king. And I know, it's called allure you to a false sense of safety. That's why. What happens here is his dad, Scooby, used to be an indoor fox when he was younger, until we discovered he dug a tunnel straight through the bottom of the couch. Straight through. And it took him a couple weeks to do that. But he did do it eventually, so I don't recommend getting a fox as your cute, cuddly companion. Plus, they will probably pee all over your sheets and where you sleep anyways. For now, we're all going to say goodbye, Shaggy.
Bye, Shaggy.
And he is very,
That's
very
adorable.
cute. You may go back home. And now we'll move on to an animal that's literally born my speed. This is my friend Antonio, and he comes from the rainforest of South America. I will apologize if you smell something. He is very gassy. It's a diet full of protein. What do you expect? So, Tony, come out and say hi.
Whoa.
Everyone say hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Tony here is known as a Tamandua, or better yet, a lesser anteater. This is an anteater, folks. He's pretty.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, no, I'm very sorry. I would let you put him over your because you'll still. If you want to pet him, don't worry, just pet your mustache. It's the same thing. Their hair is slightly wiry and bristly. It feels like a welcome mat, a paintbrush, a toothbrush, someone's
Man, that
texture
claw.
is pretty cool. It helps him dry off because he's from the rainforest. What happens in the rainforest?
Wait.
It
It rains. Exactly. It takes about 30 minutes to an hour for this hair to dry off. And plus, he's called an anteater. What do anteaters like to eat?
Ants.
Ants. Do ants appreciate being eaten?
Not
No.
really.
So what's going to happen here is the ants are going to try to bite him back, but he doesn't care because they can't move the hair to actually lift the hair and bite his skin. I actually got one a couple weeks ago. He's actually good for now.
He has a wet nose?
So what happens is he kind of has what looks like a dog. They're always perpetually drooling because they have no teeth, so it all just slowly falls out. Remember, it's one super long tongue that's about a foot. It goes all the way down. So of course, you generate saliva, it's gonna come out, and plus the occasional booger bubble, like a baby.
Booger bubble.
A booger bubble. He's got some. It does happen. And I will try to clean it up. As much as I
Bless
can.
you.
Is he comfortable? Yeah, he's fine. If he's not comfortable, he would not be this.
He's just hanging
He's
out.
hanging out, man. He's hanging out. These guys
Chilling.
are tree animals. They're good at climbing. And plus, to see the tree animal, yes. Unfortunately, no. I'm very sorry. That's very polite. Appreciate it. Okay. But this guy's really cool. He's a tree animal, so he has something called a prehensile tail. This tail here wraps around branches for security. So when he's climbing around the trees, the branch happens to break. I think he really wants a fry. I think he really wants a fry. Oh, he's looking for it. He's looking for Tony. Get the fry. Get one for all of us. I'm just kidding. No. She's scared. But these guys are pretty cool. Don't hang
Ay, mira,
around.
qué lindo el pelo.
He did care. Okay. But so that tail is very strong. It's meant to wrap around.
¿Viste la stripe que tiene en la espalda?
Yeah.
But even though my anteater is really cute, can my anteater be dangerous?
That's a big claw.
You're right. The claw.
The
That
claw.
boy's right here. He's also kind of slow. What does he remind you of? Big Claw's kind of slow?
Sloth.
Right, it is a member of the sloth family. They're always late to the family reunion. Do not ask me why. They're probably Cuban. So what happens here? These three big claws have three main uses. One, how does he get his food? He
Digs.
digs up the dirt. He breaks it chops down trees. These nails can break tile, stone, concrete, and wood. So I do not recommend anteaters for free ant removal unless you want to redo your patio. They have no liability insurance whatsoever. Remember, he has to eat 9,000 ants a day to sustain this very lovely figure, very high in protein. You know what his favorite bug in the world is? It is ants, but guess which ant is his favorite?
Fire ants.
Fire ants, yeah, he likes it. They're spicy. Remember, anything can mush up on his gums, he's happy to eat. So termites and things like that as well. 2, this is a tree animal. Where do you find a tree animal?
In a tree.
In the tree. How does he get up the trees? He
Climb.
climbs. So he goes up, 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 up. And then he finds a spot. Rolls up, takes a nap just like that. He looks like a blonde little coconut. But last but not least, how can he defend himself? He has no teeth. He can't bite you. He can't lick you. It's weird. He can fart, but that's just smelly. He does have those claws right there. He does a little whoo, woo, 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 woo. And then he just walks away. Reminds me, I still need to get my nail appointment done.
Alice, be careful with your feet.
I think it's the least of your worries, but don't worry. I will let him run back home. Because just like me, all he wants to do is take a little nap. Look at him, so eager.
shit, no.
And he made it! Let's give Tony a round of applause.
Yay!
Actually, hold on.
Slow.
No, please, take your time.
I'm not gonna sing the whole song, Tony. Please get your butt in there. Little more. Here. There we go. Now we can give him a round of applause. Now he actually made it. He won't make me sing the second verse of that song. But hey, goodbye. Why doesn't know what he wants?
We're here.
That doesn't matter. That's okay. I love you too. So now we're going to a more dangerous animal in South America. This is my friend Roulette, and like her name states, it's a 50-50 chance.
How old is Tony?
Tony's about, I think, 6 or 7.
Oh boy.
This guy's a little more on the dangerous side, but she's really cute either way. If we're all quiet, we're going to hear her talk. She's actually very vocal for her speeches. You're going to hear her popping
Oh,
off right
the
now.
little
Hi,
porcupine.
Roo.
Look at that.
Why don't you have gloves?
Huh?
Why don't you have gloves?
I don't need to go. I'm fine. You'll see. Don't worry, I'm a trained professional. Also, I'm a natural Floridian.
Whoa.
Everyone say hi, Roulette.
Hi, Roulette.
Roulette, don't be mean. They said hi back. She says hi. Here we have is a tree porcupine, a Brazilian porcupine, a South American porcupine, or most importantly, she's called a prehensile tail porcupine. She is full size. You hear her talking back, ignore her. She's just very bossy like that. So what happens here is she's not covered in hair. What is she covered in, folks?
Quills.
Quills are these big things on her body. And whenever she's upset, they actually do puff up just like that. You ever got goosebumps before? It's the same mechanism of the nerves. They all make them puff up just like that. So when she's upset, she'll do that little warning will puff up and she'll run away. Because even though she looks scary, she'd rather not be bothered, just like me. So what happens here is if you put her in the corner, you know what's going to happen? They're going to run into you. They go puff up, tuck their head in, go charge, and all the quills will come out of her and go straight into you. Oh no, I've been impaled. Whatever shall I do? I did not actually stab myself. Full disclosure. But these porcupine quills can be very dangerous. Within the porcupine quill, there is something called a barb. And these barbs open up when exposed to moisture, aka inside your skin. It's what hooks it into place. If it happened to me, the first thing I'm going to do is run and cry to mom. Then do that, she'll tell me what to do. Second thing I would use is a very special tool I have called a thumb. We have the opposable thumb here. I can pull this out of my skin, and I will definitely live for the next few days. What's going to happen here is bleeding, all you're going to be fine with. Bleeding, it's going to hurt, but Ben & Jerry's and Band-Aids can fix everything, right? They have a new flavor out called Marshmallow Sky. I've been dying to try it. Please let me know if you find it in Publix. But other than that, you are good to go. Unfortunately, most animals do not have thumbs. What do most animals have instead?
Hoofs or...
Paws and claws. With paws and claws, can you grab anything, folks?
Not really
Can you
good.
give the answer? Thank you. So what happens here is most animals are trying to scratch this off, bite this off, or like our friend Taylor Swift, shake it off. But because of those barbs, it keeps it firmly in place. And do you know what happens when you can't take out a porcupine quill in a few days?
Gets infected.
That's infected.
Or you wish. What happens is the porcupine quill, it will slowly go through the body. And eventually hit a important bone, organ, blood vessel, nerve, and it will slowly make its way through the other side. So when you get that too deep in, you do have to go for surgery, but unfortunately in the animal world, there is no health insurance or a nearby clinic to get this thing removed. So when most animals do get punctured by porcupine quill, their immediate reaction is to remove it as quick as possible because they know the more they move, the more it's going to slowly move into their body. Most animals die to internal bleeding or to an infection. What about the quills? Don't worry about it. It does grow back in 2 weeks, just like the hair on top of our heads. Funny thing is, this is actually the same material as hair on the top of our heads as well. But since she's called a prehensile tail porcupine, what do you think she has?
A prehensile tail?
Exactly. So watch. She's really strong. This is a tree animal, so you have to be
Oh,
really
wow.
And she refuses to let go of the box sometimes. So Roulette, I'm going to try to be nice. This is why I'm full of bruises. So here, I'm going to try to get this down so she can show you how strong her tail is. Alright? Yeah? Yeah, I know. All she does is talk back to me. Yeah. Can you calm down, please? No? Come on. Luckily for us, even though porcupines are scary, they actually are vegetarians. They eat sweet potato, corn, carrots, broccoli. And there's that prehensile tail in action. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through porcupine. Yes, very scary. So, these guys are pretty cool. Prehensile tail is actually stronger than Tojo. I do not actually have to hold on to her. She's holding on to me. I will be careful with porcupine though. What happens is they are members of the rodents family, and rodents are not the smartest. And how they explore their world is by biting things and seeing what you're made of. Do you want to share a fire with her? She can have sweet potato. I mean, she can have, or people in general. But yeah, we still love it. But for now, I'm gonna let her go back home. She is a nocturnal animal. Do you know how to put away a porcupine? Throw it carefully. So 1, 2, and 3. Ta-da! You're so disappointed I didn't throw her. I know I'm from Florida, but please have some standards. But now we're going to my last critter of South America. This one is super cute. This is my friend Vivo. Does anyone remember the name Vivo? Does that ring a bell to anybody? Vivo, V-I-V-O. It was a movie on Netflix a few years ago.
It's a Pixar, right?
No, it's a completely independent animation team that used Lin-Manuel Miranda. So I do have the real life Vivo with me today. And he is super cute.
You're skipping one or do you?
No. My last animal from South America.
Oh, okay.
This one, don't worry, you're good. I did not forget. My memory's not that bad. I hope so. So, this is my friend Vivo. They're commonly known as a honey bear or a kinkajou. He doesn't have a preference. He doesn't care. So, Vivo, let's come out and say hi to everybody. Everyone say hi, Vivo!
Hi, Vivo.
Vivo here is that honey bear I spoke of. You know what's funny thing is, even though he's called a honey bear, he's not a bear. Do you know what animal he actually is related to more closely? Not a lemur, not a monkey,
Not a beaver.
Sloth?
not a beaver, nope.
Marsupial?
Nope.
What is it?
It's the same animal that goes through your garbage at night.
Raccoon?
This is a South American trash panda, folks. It is indeed a raccoon. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rocky.
He smells better than most
I could
raccoons.
see that.
He actually just has an earthy, sweet smell to his fur right here.
The raccoons and we just don't get along. They
Yeah.
argue a lot.
These guys, though, at night, they're little gremlins. These guys are awful at nighttime. But during the day, they're actually cute because they are nocturnal. Since he's called a honey bear, what do you think he likes to eat the most?
Honey.
Honey. He loves anything sugary and sweet. Thank you. That's gonna come up to that goes to my next part in just a minute. So what happens here is he likes anything sugary and sweet. If I'm wearing something like lotion, sunscreen, he'll lick it off my face. Earlier, he was just kind of giving me little nibbles and kisses over here. But you saw that tongue. He uses that super long tongue to get the honey. Because where do you get honey from?
Inside the honey.
We're in Florida, so Publix, but I will allow the beehive answer. But what happens here is he sticks his nose in the beehive and only uses that super long tongue to lick up all the honey. Hi, come in! Come in! Just a second. We'll wait.
We're almost done.
There we go. Welcome in, guys. You're towards the ends of the show, but trust me, it's still going to be fun nonetheless. So what happens here is he sticks his nose in there and licks up for all that honey. And do you think the bees will be happy if he steals that honey? No, they will not be happy. What will the bees do to him if he steals the honey? They're going to sting him, but do you think he cares? No, he's a honey bear. Honey bear don't care. This guy has 1,000 hairs per square inch. So when he gets stung, the stingers get lost in this layer of fluff right here, but never penetrate the skin. So he's safe to go. Yes, what's your question? Unfortunately, no, not petting animals whatsoever. I know, I like your insistence, but unfortunately, no. I would throw the animal on you at this point, but unfortunately, due to hotel policy, I cannot do that. Plus, since he is a tree animal, he's very good at climbing. His back legs are actually double jointed. He'll wrap around my arm just like that. And his tail is prehensile. No, this guy is very strong. So, for example, let me just...
Yeah.
Watch. Prehensile tail. Just like that, he can hang on. It's kind of like the next up to a pirate's parrot. This is mine. Says he doesn't talk back.
Be careful. Oh, here.
That's gonna be one heck of a wet willy.
That's
No, I'm used to this. Trust me, I've had an anteater go through my brain at one point. I'm not
It come out the
deterred by
other
the stuff
ear.
so easily. But even though these guys are very cute, they make terrible, terrible pets. At night, they are called gremlins for a reason. These guys are nocturnal. And at nighttime, all you do see is the shining of their eyes. That's my hair tie. I like that one. It's brand new. Thank you. So what happens here is at night, they chitter. They actually make a high-pitched sound. It sounds like a sneeze. Like chew, chew, chew. It rings through your ears, and they run full speed upside down. These guys are quick, so I don't recommend this pet. During the day, They are great though. Unfortunately, this is the part where I would ask for a lot of assistance to come and help me because we'll actually make a human bridge and he'll run across you guys and cause some mischief at the same time. So I'm going to try to do this by myself. Hi. Hi. Yes. Yeah. He's tasting my sweat. It's been a very hot day. It's good sodium.
What about your earrings? Doesn't he try to remove them?
Not yet. I have my other kinkajou does. This guy no, not yet. So Vivo, we're gonna try this by ourselves. You ready? You gotta get out of my hair though.
Look at what he's doing.
You gotta get out of there. Hold on. Now here's the fun part. Me removing him from my body.
He don't want to go.
Hello.
Hey, look, it's a necktie.
Don't worry, it doesn't hurt that much. Okay, so we are going to do this. 1, 2, 3, Vivo. Go. Go.
Doesn't want to go.
Go.
He don't want to go.
Go.
He started.
And he made it! Look at him go! Such an agile little animal. Can you please let go? We gotta continue.
I mean,
He's going outside.
you
It's
really,
going somewhere, all right?
you really did everything you could for him.
I tried. There's not much I can do. And slowly but surely, he'll make his way inside. Let's give Vivo a round of applause. He's such a good sport. And put your feet in. Your feet. Boop. Boop. But my friends, I have some sad news for you. I am down to my last animal. I'm down to my last animal.
Oh,
That's bad.
oh man.
I know.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I wish I had more time and more animals. But I
Yeah.
gotta go soon, but I promise you, I saved the best for last. I have a very special animal that only comes from the island of Madagascar. If you have seen the movie Madagascar, you might recognize this beautiful animal. She does literally work for peanuts, so I gotta grab her a couple before I bring her out.
She want to give you peanut.
So, Miss Maggie, it is your time to shine.
Does she like to move it, move it?
I don't know, you tell me.
Una serpiente.
She do. Oh, it's a lemur.
It's a lemur. Everyone say hi, Maggie.
Hi, Maggie.
When you say hi, she says hi back. She has hands like you and I, fingernails like you and I, and fingerprints like you and I.
Hello, Maggie.
She's part of the Persimian family, which is part of the primate tree. They are also known as the old world monkey. As you can tell, her tail is not wrapping onto me. It is just hanging in the air. That is not a prehensile tail. This tail is more so used for balance when they jump from tree to tree. She has no care. So, she's actually really cool. She is what we call a black and white rough lemur. Do you know why I call her a black and white rough lemur? Because she's black and white. I love little
I
name.
call it a monkey skunk.
A monkey skunk.
A
That's
monkey
very funny. I
skunk.
think she would appreciate that. So what happens here is she's called a black and white rough lemur. Oh, we can't touch her. I'm sorry. We cannot touch her. So what happens here is the black and white coat, or the color, and the ruff is the fluffy collar around her neck. It is not a beard. Never tell a lady she has a beard. That's life advice for later, okay? But she's an amazing animal. She spends her whole days in the trees. The tallest part, which is called the canopies. They'll jump from place to place, looking for food and hang out with their friends. These are a very highly social animal. So much so that their love language is grooming each other. Sometimes she might do it for me, sometimes she won't. But if I get her close to my face, she will start grooming me. And maybe you get a little quick glimpse of that bottom lip. Because what happens here, she has something called a comb. And she uses that little comb to get out all the knots in my hair. She even go for my edges and not in the good way.
Look over there. Look over
This guy
there.
is pretty cool. And she's always looking out for danger. Don't worry, you're not a bird. You're fine. What happens is her natural enemy are birds of prey. Birds of prey attack by flying down, grabbing them from the trees, and flying away to eat them alive. And you may have noticed also she has this very, very... Hogs, birds of prey, things like that. Oh, I'm used to this. Don't worry. It's just normal for me. So even though she is a beautiful animal, unfortunately her hair gets her in quite a lot of trouble. Her hair is the reason why she is in danger. People actually hunt her down for fashion. I know, isn't that crazy? No, it's beautiful.
It's
But
beautiful on her body.
yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't look good on you. Just take it off. So what happens here is people do hunt her down for her hair, but the problem is her hair is very important. She's actually a pollinator in Madagascar. Pollen sticks in her hair, and as she runs across the island of Madagascar, she distributes the pollen all over the island, making it nice and lush and beautiful. So the two reasons why these guys are endangered is one, hunting them down for their hair for fashion. Yes.
Don't they use the crocodile skin for like purses also?
Don't tell him that. He doesn't know that yet. So what happens here is, and number 2, the issue is deforestation. What's deforestation? Does anyone know?
Reduction of
Yes,
the
deforestation.
forest.
Deforest is taking down the trees. The reason why they're cutting down the trees in Madagascar is to grow vanilla bean. Madagascar is home to 60 to 70% of the world's source of vanilla. And they grow it there because all year long it is hot and humid. It doesn't change temperatures like Florida where we have 3 days of winter. There it's hot and humid 24/7, so that's a great place to grow vanilla bean. Here, not so much. So when you take away the trees, where does she go? Nowhere. She has no home to go. And where does she get her food from? Not the floor. She only gets it from the tree. So she ends up getting screwed over, in a better lack of better words, in the animal world when living in the island of Madagascar. Unfortunately, there are less than 100 lemur species left in the world. We used to have 300 at one point, but now we're down to 100 due to those 2 main factors. Excuse me, where are you going? You cannot have my ponytail. There we go. Let's flip you around. There we go. That's better. But unfortunately, guys, this is the end of the animal show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. You guys are a fantastic crowd. Before I go, let's let you know we actually do offer photos for donations. We're a nonprofit organization that does educational programs like this. We actually do photos with the animals for $5 per photo per animal. I'll do it after the show now if any animal you would like, which is within reason. Unfortunately, you can't pet the animal, but I can do some very clever staging with the photos and make that happen. We take cash, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, check, gold. I'll take Sebastian Stan's phone number if you have it, but for now, my name is Karen. Enjoy your stay. Bye.
Bye.
Let me get out my box because I forgot to grab it out earlier.
You haven't fed her.
What are you taking pictures at?